Breaking news out of the National Football League. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens have finally agreed on a contract extension. It's 5 years and $260 million. Lamar Jackson is now the highest paid player in the NFL. Jake, do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's, I don't love it. No, I think that Lamar hasn't earned that contract. I think that he's a hell of a quarterback, obviously, but I don't think he's in the upper echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL. I think that, if we said, hey, is he Patrick Mahomes? No, he's not. Is he any of the other names that you would put in top group? No, he's not. He is definitely a cut below, and that's why I don't love this deal out of Baltimore.
I think it's one of the, it's funny you say that. I don't love this deal out of Baltimore either, because I think it necessitates now that you go and make the DeAndre Hopkins trade. I don't think that this can be the only one. I really don't think this can be the only one. I think that this is one of those situations where with Lamar Jackson, you have to find a way to set him up as well as you can. And when you're paying a dude $260 million guaranteed for 5 years, you're looking at a situation where the excuses are gone now. You've committed to this cat for 5 years. And yes, you have Odell Beckham Jr., but there's a lot of unanswered questions around Odell. I think you have to go and get DeAndre Hopkins now. I don't think you have any choice.
No, absolutely not. And I think you're essentially going all in at this point. You're saying, okay, he's the best option for us, and now we got to go and put weapons around him. And I think that obviously they're going to do that. But is anybody going to be really surprised if Lamar Jackson goes to the playoffs and doesn't win a Super Bowl? If you get to, the second round in the AFC and you get knocked out, well, no one's going to really be surprised by that. And I think that's what's really tough about these contracts, especially in the NFL. Like in the NBA and in Major League Baseball, you can do these kind of deals all day long and it's no problem. Yeah. But in the NFL, it doesn't necessitate team winning. It necessitates Lamar Jackson getting paid. And look, I'm all for Buddy getting as much money as he can get. But at the same time, you don't get to, get these massive contracts and then complain when your team can't go out and get a weapon or do this or do that because they're paying you too much.
But was this about being the highest paid player in the NFL? Because you're making $52 million a year. Jalen Hurts is making $51 million a year. Congratulations. The only difference is Jalen's led his team to a Super Bowl with Philadelphia, and Lamar's never done that. So I think that is absolutely something to keep your eye on. We are now 3 hours away from the NFL drafts. What my Chicago Bears will do, I do not know, but I am telling you there are only two names that matter, Tyree Wilson and Paris Johnson Jr. If it's not one of those two in the 9 spot, I am going to be you may watch a human being die live on YouTube, as I almost did at the golf course this morning, which we will talk about later. But if it's not, because I think at 9, Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech, pew, pew, guns up. I think Tyree Wilson, Tyree Wilson, I think is your best option at that spot on defense. But you need Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State. I mean, he is an absolute stud. He is a guy that, in my opinion, I just think he answers every question that you have about Justin Fields. Because just like in Baltimore, just like we're talking about with, hey, you gave Lamar all this money, time to go get D-Hop, right? Well, now you're committed to Justin Fields. You need to get a left tackle for a generation. And if that left tackle's not there, I don't want to hear any excuses. Tyree Wilson is 6'6" of twisted sex appeal.
Facts.
Let's go. Tyree Wilson's the guy for me at 9. If Paris Johnson's not there, I think I did a short on this today, and as sure as I am sitting here, I think NFL teams overcomplicate the draft when it's just not necessary. We'll have a full, thank you. We will have a full mock draft for you coming up in about 54 minutes. Stick around for that. Before we get to the Pac-12 update today, Hey, yo, Giggity, my guy in Phoenix, gave us 50.
Okay.
50 gifted memberships.
Normally, I would reward this kind of behavior, but I know what you're doing, Giggity. I know that you only did 50 memberships because you want to break the drop. And that's not going to happen today. I just want you to know that. Okay?
Because I can't say all the names. I can't say all the names. I would love to, but the list of names is remarkably long. So appreciate you, Giggity. Giggity's one of our long times back from the shitty radio station in Phoenix. We just had dinner at the Great Oregano's Pizza Bistro.
Yeah.
In Scottsdale with Giggity while we were at spring training. Giggity's that dude. So Giggity, we appreciate you, man, as always. Thanks for being here. Thanks to everybody who's a member of the Showgrum.